He made me feel sexy, and it was very irresistible. And I started to think no one has to know.
It felt like an atom bomb just dropped in my life.
I have someone that wants to do all these things that I've secretly always wanted to do. There's nothing off limits.
I just could not even believe that those were the words that I was hearing. Could you really ever trust someone who would do something so horrible?
I was extremely turned on. I may go down roads that I don't need to be going down. My perfect plan was no longer a perfect plan. It now had a crack in it.
After we finished dancing, we said our goodbyes. We didn't exchange any numbers. It was just that innocent dance and nothing else.
Five months into Lewis's deployment, Crystal started to develop a little bit of a social life. She hadn't really done this in her life. She went from high school to getting married, pretty much. So for the first time, she was experiencing a whole new side of life. She was having fun.
Manny wanted me to divorce Lewis and try to have a real relationship with him. And I didn't want to. I knew that my heart was still with Lewis, but I wanted to have a father for my child. So I decided to be with him. And I stayed at Manny's house for a while.
This is another example of magical thinking in immaturity, that you can just plug people in and out of roles, and it could go seamlessly. After a period of months, it wasn't enough.
The guilt and shame I felt, it wasn't healthy. I was just so miserable.
When I first started working with Crystal, Crystal knew that she was responsible for her life, and she really had to put everything else behind or on the shelf and be present for her child.
Through my work with Irina, I learned I blamed myself for so long. And you have to forgive yourself in order to move on.